Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, for everybody, all our spectators, this is the 7th-game round robin, and the 8th game will be a position round, which will be bowled on 17 and 18 for the ladies and 15 and 16 for the men. That's bowler 1 playing bowler number 2. The games today are bonus points involved. It's 30 points for game 1 and 15 bonus points for a game tied. And just remind everybody that tomorrow the finals will be all in 1920 live on TV starting at 12:30. So you are asked to be in the bowling centre from 12 o'clock, and the bowlers report no later than 11 a.m. Bowlers no later than 11, public from 12 o'clock. So ladies, congratulations, and men making it to the top 8. Well, we'd like to wish you all the best. Give a big round of applause for 16 players. Good luck to you all. Play well. Men's singles. Thank you.
Hier soir, sorti en boîte. Avec le grec, le machin, tatata, les deux Suisses. C'est tout ce que je mets. Puis là, elle dit, ouais, ça fait 1 heure que tu m'as dit ça et tu me dis rien d'autre. Tu sais très bien que je veux psychologue. Ah ouais. Je dis, mais non, mais sinon, je t'aurais pas dit quelque chose. Si. T'inquiète, mais tu t'es pas fait de droguer.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup here at Bowl 300 in Hermosillo, Mexico. We've got 8 men and 8 women remaining in this year's event. It is round robin match play right now, so that is why there's only 2 bowlers per pair. They're going head to head now in 8 games. So they'll bowl each other 1 time, and then there will be a position round to conclude things for today. And at the end of competition, the 40-game pinfall totals, including 30 bonus pins for each win in match play, will determine the semifinalists on each side. That is happening tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Here in our featured pairs this game, we've got our 2 top seeds. On the women's side, it's defending champion Jenny Wagner of Sweden. She has led this event since game 2. She bowled 192 to start things off, followed that up. She said she got angry at herself, took it out on the pin, shot 300 game 2, and has been the leader since. And we've got 32 games already in the books. She is taking on Colombia's Hermosillo Restrepo. Restrepo looking to bring home the World Cup back to Colombia. Her teammate Claire Guerrero won it in 2014 and 2015. Jenny Wegner made her World Cup debut last year in Shanghai, won the title from the number 4 seed, and now she's looking to become the 4th player in history to win back-to-back. On the men's side, our top seed, Ahmad Muaz of Malaysia, bowled incredible yesterday and flew up the standings from 11th place all the way to the top spot. And that spot was juggled a few times today. We had a handful of different leaders, but at the conclusion of this morning's 8-game round, he was able to get back to the top of the leaderboard. And now he's your number 1 seed going into match play, taking on Restrepo's teammate, Oscar Rodriguez, who quietly has bowled very well this week. And he was the leader for a couple games earlier today. And now taking on Muaz in our opening match. They're on lanes 15 and 16 here at Bowl 300. So we appreciate everybody who's been with us all week long. We had 4 days of qualifying, 6 games each day, 24 games, and those 24 game totals determined the 24 players on each side who advanced to this morning's 8-game round. Here's a slow roller on the 10. Cannot get it out, so Hermosillo, the first one to miss here in our opening match on the women's side. So it was the 32 game totals that determined our 8 men and 8 women for match play. And here we are. If you're looking for details or want to see any scores to this point, you can visit the QubicaAMF homepage, and it's a terrific source of information. All kinds of good stuff on there besides just scores. And if you do go there, you'll see the leaderboards with Jenny Wegner's name at the top because of shots like that. She has struck a ton this week, and looking at the standings, she has out-averaged both sides of the event, averaging 226.91. Next highest was Muaz at 223.6. So Jenny bowling very, very well, and looking to make a little bit of history for herself here in Mexico. She leads Restrepo after 4 frames here in our first match. And Muaz holds an 8-pin lead over Rodriguez. Other matches going on right now. On the women's side, it is CT Rahman of Malaysia taking on Krista Lynn Tabora of the Philippines. Down yonder, it is Vanessa Timter of Germany taking on Erin McCarthy from the United States. And our distant match on the far end here of this 32-lane center, it is Australia's Rebecca Whiting and the hometown favorite, Maribel Orozco of Mexico. So she snuck in as the number 8 seed into match play, and now has to find her way up from number 8 to the top 4 if she's going to look to become the first woman to win the World Cup on her home turf. Other men's matches this game, Jacob Butchoff of the United States to our left. He is taking on Matt Maggie of Belgium. And to their left, it is Tor Inge Janssen of Norway taking on Venezuela's Ildemaro Ruiz. Ruiz had the front 10 the very last game of the round of 24. Jumped from out of the cut all the way to 5th place with that 289 game. And then we had a dramatic finish. Ray Teese of England came up, finished out with a string of strikes, and maintained his spot in the top 8. But the local Arturo Estrada, who led the first 2 days of the event, got a 7 count on his fill ball, left a 4-6-7, and he missed the cut by 3 pins. So he'd already doubled in the 10th. He gets those 3 pins, and they have a roll-off for the last spot in match play instead. He is looking on. So 1 fill ball away after 32 games, 1 fill ball away from having a chance to become the third male to win a World Cup in his home country. So heartbreaking for Arturo. But Maribel now carries the weight of Mexico on her shoulders from the 8th position, trying to work her way up. In our final match on the men's side, Ray Teese of England taking on Oliver Morig of Germany. And Morig bowled very well today to get himself into the top 8. And there we are. That is everybody. Jenny Wegner still perfect here on our featured pair. We caught her 300. She was a pair to the right. And we got a clip of that. So if you go to BowlTV, first subscribe, and then you won't miss any cool stuff the rest of the way or down the road as we add more content. But if you find the 2017 QubicaAMF World Cup playlist, Yenny's 300 is in there. And another great shot. And without looking at the stats, I want to say no woman has bowled multiple 300s in World Cup history. Yenny now with the front 7 here. We will confirm that should it become an exciting situation here. But for now, she is rolling against Restrepo. Restrepo also lined up, and a lot of games this week. These players have done some hard work trying to figure out this 41-foot oil pattern. For some, it's been a roller coaster. For others, it's just been a good time here in Mexico. Hermosillo now will take her time. Just one single pin, the difference in this match so far. The difference in the standings, however, 230 pins. Jenny Wegner up 230 pins on Restrepo coming into match play. The lead on the men's side, not quite as large. It's 76 pins, it looks like. Restrepo got that one right. Makes it back and mixes them up. Appreciate the kind words from everybody in the chat room. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions along the way, please let us know. And a very helpful group in there. I sometimes get the answers out there before I get a chance, which is great. We appreciate the interaction. Here's Jenny Wegner now on lane 18, front 7. Trying to stay perfect here. Gets the 10 to go. 8 for 8. Both Wegner and Hermosillo, members of the Professional Women's Bowling Association. There are 6 members in the field this week at the World Cup. A total 54 ladies joining us here at Bowl 300. All 6 PWBA members made it to the round of 24, and now 4 have advanced to the top 8. According to the unofficial records, there have been 15 300s on the women's side at the World Cup. Add Yenny's one this year, 16. And it does appear unofficially that none have 2. So off to our right, CT Raman was trying to be sneaky. She had the front 8. And she left a 10 pin in the 9th frame. So her max score was 278. Lynn Tabora has bowled amazing all week. Again, somebody we're a little bit less familiar with. And she can get to 258 this game. So we've got the best of the best here from this week's field. 54 women, 64 men. 118 total, 68 countries. And we're down to the final 16. Here is Jenny Wegner. Front 8 here on BowlTV. How about that? Got that one right. It wheeled back. Aaron Smith watching from USBC headquarters. He said, "Get on the horse ball, let's go." And it made it back. 7 of the 10 go. This match play style a little bit different than we might be used to in the United States. Each player is throwing one shot. Tell all your friends, folks. Jenny Wegner, 23 years old, one of the best in the world. Leading the World Cup by 200 plus pins, looking to make back-to-back wins for Sweden. And she's got the front 9 here on BowlTV. Her coach, there he is in the foreground, a former World Cup champion as well. Jenny, one more. She has the front 10. And we'll confirm, should she throw 2 more. What a performance here to set the pace. Hermosillo bowling very well, but not enough against Wegner. Now for Hermosillo, get all she can. The goal right now, make the top 4. And then anything can happen. It will be a shootout, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. And the 2 winners will meet for the World Cup title. Last year, Jenny was the number 4 seed. Got in there, took down top qualifier, Bernice Lim. Jenny, front 11, and goes high. Moves to 4-7, so her string ends at 10. Spare here gives her 288 and a victory. So the all-important 30 bonus pins in this opening match. It was Hermosillo who was right behind her in the standings. If you want to check those standings, the link in the information box below your video window. They'll be updated almost immediately after each game. It's a very quick, top-notch service here from the fine staff at QubicaAMF and the World Cup, and here at Bowl 300. Jenny closes it out, 288. Making a statement. Hermosillo, spare here gives her 247. CT Rahman coming in 4th place. Things pretty tight between 3rd and 8th. Little separation in the top 2 places. But those bonus pins, 8 matches, 30 bonus pins. That's a bunch. That's a whole game's worth of pins. So, again, he's going to take a walk. All of our talk has been on the ladies' side here. But we also have our first match of men, Moaz and Rodriguez. Not throwing quite as many strikes. And neither player clean here in this game. Moaz with a 17-pin advantage going into the 10th frame. Looks like coming our way, Aaron McCarthy of the United States. So if you love America and your friends do as well, tell them tune in to BowlTV right now. Team USA representative Aaron McCarthy is about to take on Maribel Orozco of the host country Mexico. And Maribel absolutely will have the crowd on her side, so get online, cheer for Aaron, and try to even it up. This is the top 8 round robin match play. The bowlers will bowl each other one time, and then a position round will close out the event. So 8 games total, and we're wrapping up game number 1 on our left, getting ready for game number 2 on our right. Ahmad Moaz, second shot in the 10th. The 10 stands. He will be at 190 with the spare. Best Rodriguez can do is 183. So 30 bonus pins to our leader, Ahmad Moaz of Malaysia. Ladies already all in game 2. McCarthy 3-6-10 to start. We have updated standings very, very quickly. Final shot here for Rodriguez. It'll be 173. So his victory goes to Moaz with the 190 effort. Yeah, game 2 underway for the ladies. Here comes Orozco. Nearly a similar fate for Maribel. They're bowling on a 41-foot oil pattern, freshly oiled for this round of match play. Other matches on the women's side of this game. To our right, it is Vanessa Timter and Rebecca Whiting, 21-22. Down on 25-6, it is Rocio Restrepo and CT Rahman. And then down on 29-30. Jenny Wegner taking on Chrysalyn Tabora. On the men's side here, on our featured pair, we've got Ortiz of England and Ildemar Ruiz Jr. from Venezuela. To our left is Norway's Janssen. Germany's Morig. That's Maggie. Picking on Moaz. And then our final pair, way down on the end, it is Jacob Butcheff and Oscar Rodriguez. And women's standings updated through game 1. Annie Wagner, of course, she is leading, averaging 228.76. Her total is 75.49. She now leads by 301 pins with bonus. 75.79 is her total. Hermosillo Restrepo, again, all these scores now will be with bonus. 72.78. CT Raman is third, 71.59. And Chrysalyn Tabora is fourth, 71.18. Tempter fifth, 6 pins back. Rebecca Whiting is sixth, 26 pins back. McCarthy now 98 pins out of the show. And Orozco 134 pins out. And it will eventually start scrolling the standings across the bottom of your monitor. On the men's side, Moaz 73.46, Oscar Rodriguez 72.48, Jacob Butcheff third 71.94, Eldemar Ruiz up to fourth 71.88, Matt Maggie 71.71. Janssen 71.26, Morig 71.09, and Teese now 8th, 80 pins back, 71.08. All right, sounds like they are going to tweak the standings, figure out what happened there with the bonus pins, get that working. In the meantime, let's take a look at our matches underway. They're moving along pretty quickly here. So 8 games shouldn't take too long. And then we'll know our semifinalists for tomorrow. Here on 17 and 18. McCarthy out to the early lead, the split by Orozco in the third frame, the difference. Tough start for Teese, but back on track there with a strike in the third. He'll be down here early in this match with Ruiz. Tight match on 25 and 26 between Rahman and Strepo. Scoring looks like Rahman open 5-bagger and Hermosillo spare 4-bagger before a split of her own. To our left, Rebecca Whiting does not have a strike in her match against Tempter. McCarthy having some trouble getting something going here. I had a quick talk with Erin prior to the start of match play, live streamer to Team USA member, and she did the talking and said that the strategy is pretty simple for match play. She's going to make the TV show strike more, so that's it. It's just a matter of figuring out how to make that happen. And not happening so far here against Orozco, but it's okay. Erin making her spares and holding a lead halfway through. So McCarthy up 19 after 5. Inside Teese now working on a double. He can get within 3 pins. To the rough start here. This is our second game of match play. 8 games total, including a position round to conclude. And then we'll know our semifinalists. Teese rolls the 2. We got a 3-pin match on 15 and 16. McCarthy not looking happy, but strike is a strike. No style points here at the World Cup. All players equally stylish in their special commemorative jerseys given to 48 bowlers who advanced to this morning's round of 24. There's Ruiz throwing pins for the double. Ruiz still leads by 3. Roscoe now trying to cut into McCarthy's lead. Another great shot. This one carries. taking a look across the standings, Jacob Butchef down 24 after 6 to Oscar Rodriguez. Max Maggie up 24 against Ahmad Ruaz. Oliver Morig cruising against Janssen. 260 pace now, with 3 in the 10th. Chance for Ruiz to extend his lead. Another great shot. He is fired up after today. Final game of the last round. Front 10 for 289 to jump into the cut. Now trying to take advantage of that, parlay that perhaps into a World Cup title. And down to our right, CT Rahman will be in the 240s. She'll defeat Rocio Restrepo. Rahman rolling. 2-0 in match play so far. Jenny Wegner faltering in her second match here. She'll get to 193. Chris Tavora is going to win that match. McCarthy still leading by 19. Has one double early in the game. She struck her last time on 17. Didn't like it, but it was effective. That one is right. Doesn't quite make it back. So she said the angles. There's McCarthy with the spare. Best she can do is 215. Roscoe, 207. Roscoe delivers, so she'll put some pressure on McCarthy. McCarthy can double for the shutout. Make it easy. Anything less, Orozco will have a chance to win and take the 30 bonus pins. Chase with the strike in the 8th, but Ruiz in control. McCarthy gets the first one. count. She's a winner. Appreciate everybody being here. Great shot by Ruiz again. The 10 goes late. Match play time at the World Cup here at Bowl 300 at Hermosillo, Mexico. McCarthy high flush. So keep this one on the lane. She's your winner. And the flat dime for our Roscoe. So. McCarthy gets the win, 30 pins. But I know she's thinking, I need to find a way. 2-teen is not going to be enough to get her to the top 4. 14, the final score. 30 bonus pins, plus 44 for the game. Roscoe get to 187. And we'll let Teese and Ruiz close things out on 15 and 16. One more for Il Demaro. He can get to 270, pick up 100 sticks this game. Teese in the 10th, just trying to grab a few extra sticks here. One more. His 4th coming to this game. They're still working on the standings, getting the bonus pins situated from the opening game. Ruiz making his way up the standings today. Teese finishes out 214, and Ruiz with the 4-9 in the 10th. He'll be in the 250s. ladies. That's gonna do it. 257, 214. Ruiz over Teese. Now game 3 getting underway. On the ladies' side, standings updated. Jenny Wegner, her total is 7-7-6-1. She's 1-1 in match play. Rocio Restrepo is second, 75-0-3. GT Rahman third, 7-4-3-4. Kristalyn Tabora, 7-3-8-5. Rebecca Whiting just outside, 7-3-3-2. 53 pins back. Timter is 81 pins back. McCarthy still finishing, getting those scores updated. I was gonna say something didn't look right. There we go. McCarthy is 121 pins back. And Roscoe is 217 pins back, 0-2 on the day. The men's side, Moaz still leading, 75-56. Rodriguez 75-05, so 51 pins the difference. Ruiz now third, 74-75 his total. 30 pins behind Rodriguez now. Oliver Mooring 2-0 in match play. He's at 74-38, creeping his way up. Max Maggie is 22 out, Butcher 43 out, Janssen 112, and Teese 116. All right, so our women's match here in our featured pair, CT Rahman and Vanessa Timter. On the men's side, it is Morig and Butcher. So again, we were waiting to see the USA. Now is your chance. Nice pickup there on the washout from Morig. Other matches that we can see from here are Roscoe and Wegner, Tabora and Whiting, McCarthy and Restrepo. And on the men's side, it is Moaz and Ruiz. Rodriguez and Teese, Maggie and Janssen. You're watching wire-to-wire coverage of the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup. My name is Matt Canizaro from USBC, and your coverage coming to you live all week on BowlTV. And we have a lot in the works for 2018, so remember to subscribe to BowlTV. Keep an eye on all the cool content. Find us on Facebook, Sport of Bowling USBC, or on Twitter at USBC. And if you want to see things behind the scenes, Matt Canizaro, USBC, and at USBC Matt. Right now, the World Cup folks are wondering, are you enjoying your coverage of this week's event? Give it a thumbs up there underneath your video window. Let them know how we're doing. Bringing to you live players from 68 countries this week. Started with 54 men and 64 women. Now down to the top 8 on each side. And Butchef getting rolling here, 3 for 3. Our third game of match play. Tempter doing some trick shots here. See if she can clean up the 4-6-10 as well. And cannot. She has fallen behind now. CT Ramen rolling here in match play. .257, .245 so far. Oliver Morrig, 204, 269. Jacob Butchef again, 6th place, 43 pins out. 216, 201. So far, 1-1. And 7 tips over for Tempter. Timber for Tempter. Ramen in control here. Butchef taking control on the men's side. Out to quick lead with the front 4. Morrig 2 for 2 on the right lane, but no dice on the left so far. Wash out and split. Down on 3 and 4. That's Maggie with the front 5 against Janssen. Janssen has 4 out of 6. Nothing he can do there. Gildemar Ruiz starts with 3 in a row. Butcher 5 for 5, going for 6 here on lane 15. He's got it figured out here. Game 3 against Morrig. He's got some work to do, that's for sure. Last year, Team USA's Danielle McEwen made it to the championship match where she fell to Jenny Wegner and Marshall Kent. Failed to make the top 8, as I recall, on the men's side. Technically here in Hermosillo, USA, the defending champion on the men's side. Derek Oaf Won the 2008 World Cup right here at Bowl 300. So Jacob trying to reclaim that for the USA. Women's side in 08, it was Singapore. So we'll have a new champion here in 2017. CT Raman, could be her. Jacob can't get the 4 to lead on the 7, so his run ends at the front 6. Chapter. Max score 212. Raman get to 256. Morig disaster on 15, the 710. So he's finally got a look. 710. Says nay nay. Butcher well out ahead. Raman now looking to double up. That could have been messy. Lucky to leave just the 10. Wiggled. With a spare here, Raman leads by 34. Wagner back on track after the loss. Roscoe having some trouble here in match play. Got a pair opens this match against Wagner. Morig. The wheels coming off here after a great run today. Just that he cannot wait to get off of this pair. Ramen with another 10 pin in the 10th. She has got the victory. Best tempter can do 170. Ramen can get to 216 on the men's side. Butchoff cruising, looking to fill the 10th for 279. And a couple of splits there, the 7-10 and the 6-7 for Morig. And best he can do is 191 here. A little bit of trouble for Butchoff in the 10th frame. He's got the win, but losing some sticks there, leaving the 310. Ramen 216, Tempter 170. CT 3 for 3 here in match play. We're 1 hour in, nearly halfway done. Butchoff open. Huge game. Turns into moderately large, 245. And he'll go plus 75 there with his bonus pins. Morig still 191 max. He was inside the number. Morig was 4th, 22 pins ahead of Mats Maggie. Maggie was pulling well, didn't catch the final score. He pulled 222. Looks like he did not win after starting strong. So we'll double check that. We'll have to update his standings here pretty quickly. They're pulling down on the far end. So. We'll await our next group of players. Appreciate everybody being here. Game 4 coming up in just a minute. My name is Matt Canizaro. This is World Cup coverage. 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup here at Bowl 300. We'll be right back with game number 4. right. Back for the ladies. Waiting on the guys. Some good discussion about Jacob and his unique style, being double jointed. He actually uses a conventional drilling as well. So very interesting. But he described himself as having the ball roll of a two-hander, but he uses one hand and his thumb. So a little different delivery, but a similar ball motion, reaction, and pin action. And to be able to control all those revs, he uses urethane equipment and uses it very well. Very predictable, smooth. And you can see by his record over the last 3 years what he's been able to accomplish. And now we are joined again by Erin McCarthy, taking on Crisalyn Tabora of the Philippines. We saw Erin win on this pair. She's got a couple strikes. So the pin's starting to fall her way. This match even through 2, however. Coming up in our other match, Tor Inge Janssen and Oscar Rodriguez. Colombia and Norway, USA and Philippines. To our right, Rocio Restrepo and Rebecca Whiting. We've got Vanessa Tempter and Jenny Wegner. Maribel Orozco taking on CT Raman. On the guys' side, they're not quite situated yet, so not sure who's going where. Looks like well, looks like I have no idea who's going where. They're still walking, so we'll cross that bridge shortly. Ladies standings after 3 games of match play. Jenny Wegner, her total 2 wins, 1 loss. She is at 8-0-1-5. Rocio Restrepo 0-3 in matches, but still in second place, barely. 7-6-9-8, 76-98. 18 pins behind her. CT Raman. CT is 3-0 in match play, 76-80. Crisalyn Tabora, 76-23. Rebecca Whiting is 90 back. Erin McCarthy, 118. Vanessa Tempter, 149. And Orozco, 239 pins behind. And Tabora caves them all in on lane 18. She is 4 for 4 here in her match against McCarthy, to keep her spot in the top 4. $35 game totals on the men's side. And it is Ahmad Muaz of Malaysia leading away, 78-10. Oscar Rodriguez, 77-62. 58 back. Eldemaro Ruiz, 76-95. Butchef now in 4th place with the win. Again, opened in the 10th frame, lost about 30 pins there. Butchef is 25 behind Ruiz, 76-70. But the goal is to get there. Where you're seated does not matter. It's going to be a shootout, and you're probably going to bowl somebody pretty good no matter what. And Mats Maggie is 32 back, Janssen 45, Mooring 51, and Ray Teese is 147 out. So still one big game, and Oliver Morrig or anybody could easily jump into the top 4. As we close in on the halfway point of match play. Here's Tabora looking 5 for 5. High flush. Still very impressed with Cristal Lin this week. We don't talk much about the bowlers from the Philippines, but at least not currently in my career here. Obviously, they've had some great success. On the men's side, Janssen the first to falter. Rodriguez 3 for 3. Janssen double 10 pin. McCarthy unable to double there. She is getting in a hole here. Rodriguez 4 for 4 now. Hermosillo to our right, looking for her first win here in match play. And she is out to an advantage against Rebecca Whiting. Hermosillo spare 5-bagger. Rebecca yet to double. Tabora gets the 4 trips. McCarthy, all 10. She's in some trouble here. Johnson falling farther behind as well. Great shot for Tabora. She's got 7. Annie Wagner gave it a run here on 17 and 18 in game 1. 288 out of it. Strepo still striking as well. Spare 6-bagger. McCarthy doubles up. Still plenty of time in this game. Johnson not having any fun. Rodriguez opening the door a little bit. The 10-pin in the 5th frame. Tabora 8 for 8. Tell your friends. Another run happening here at the World Cup. Live coverage from Bowl 300. Hermosillo, Mexico. Matt Canizaro on the call. 4 of 8. Soon to be at the halfway point of match play. McCarthy looking down at her thumb. Some wear and tear for sure. Won a lot of games this week. Buttriff and Ruiz. Tight match down on 3 and 4. Buttriff double, open double. Ruiz is 4 out of the first 5. Over Strippo, spare 7-bagger. She's going to cruise in that match against Whiting. Also looking to separate herself from 3rd place right now. Here's Tabora. Tabora 4th in the standings right now. 90 pins ahead of Rebecca Whiting. Here she is looking for 9 in a row. The light mixer. 7 the last to go. So Tabora 57 pins behind CT Raman. And CT just got her first strike in the 7th frame. Down on the high end, so Tabora could jump a spot to 3rd place. Hermosillo opens in the 9th, but she could do now 256. So give Tabora a chance to get a little closer to Hermosillo. So these players striking up a storm here, making this 41-foot pattern look pretty nice. Granted, they bowled now 35.5 games. These are the best in the world from their countries. Many of the names very familiar. Now they're among the top 8 here at the World Cup. Here's Tabora, 10th frame. There's Dom Gall from Talk 10 pin. He's been the black cloud this week. Down there, he's doing social media this week for the World Cup, so check it out, the World Cup Facebook page. A lot of great stuff there, videos, photos, updates, and more. Again, this is a 41-foot oil pattern, and again, this is the QubicaAMF World Cup. Everything is designed to showcase the best that QubicaAMF has to offer, from the lane panels to the machines, the ball returns, the furniture, the pins, the oil, the lane machine, you name it, and the scoring system especially. McCarthy, still decent game here. Can get to 225. Tabora will be in the 270s. Should really separate herself some more from 5th place. Hermosillo will be in the 240s. 277 and the win. Chris Allen. Oscar Rodriguez doing some serious work. 3 more gives him 279. Difference of 48 on the men's side. So depending on how Moaz is doing in his match, best he could do is 222. Opportunity here for Rodriguez to get back to the top of the standings. Again, only once in history has a country won both titles, the men's and the women's. That was 1986, Sweden. Colombia trying to be that country. United States also possible, but Colombia, both players right now inside the top 4. Rodriguez adds 1 more.
C'est pas nous, hein, petit homme.
Johnson just can't get anything going there. Saw Mooring suffer a similar fate against Bletchev last game. Second one of the 10th, not so good for Rodriguez. Maybe in the 260s. And get the 30 bonus pins. Should be enough to get him around Moaz. $265 for Rodriguez. Final shot coming up. Johnson can get to 200, and he does. And we'll have game number 5 coming up in just a few minutes. 7 games, then we'll take a break, reshuffle things, and a position round for the 8th game. Then we'll know our semifinalists. Stay tuned. Game 5 underway here at Bowl 300. This is Matt Canizaro. Coverage winding down on the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup. We've got the final 8 men and final 8 women. And 4 games left until we know our semifinalists for tomorrow's championship round. Here in our featured matches, on the women's side, it is Australia's Rebecca Whiting taking on tournament leader Jenny Wagner of Sweden, the defending champion. And become the 4th woman to win back-to-back World Cups. Last year in her debut, she claimed the crown in Shanghai. And in our men's match, Matt Maggie and Oliver Morig on 15 and 16. Updated standings coming your way in just one moment. Other matches, looks like Ruiz, Rodriguez, Butchov Janssen, Boaz, and Teese. On the women's side, McCarthy, Rahman, Tabora, Orozco, Restrepo, and Tempter. Live scoring available. The link to that is on the official World Cup homepage. You can find a shortcut in the information box below your video window. It'll take you to the World Cup site. A lot of great information there. Live scoring, updated standings, and more. So check it out. In the women's standings, Jenny Wagner, 3-1 in match play. Her total, including bonus pins, 82-38. Restrepo of Colombia is 79-74. Cristalyn Tabora of the Philippines, 3rd, 78-30 now. 79-30. CT Rahman, 78-43. Cristalyn has gone around CT. Rebecca Whiting is 108 back. McCarthy, 113. Tempter 188 and Orozco 229. So top 4 looking pretty good. So we got 4 games to go though. We will see how things shape up. On the men's side, Oscar Rodriguez on top. He leads by 59 pins. 8057 his total. Ahmad Muaz of Malaysia, 79.98. Ildemar Ruiz, very close behind, 79.66. And Matt Maggie now in the 4th position, 78.84. Jacob Butchov, 10 pins back. Oliver Morig, 24. Tor Ing Janssen, 59. And Ray Teese, 162. Out of the number, he is 0-4 so far in match play. Rebecca Whiting now leads by 10. Morig struggled on this pair last time he came through, but until that moment had figured it out. Goes light, leaves the 210. Maggie also goes light. 2-4. Morig, how about that? Picks up the 210. Stays in control. Leading by 20. Uncharacteristic mistake for Wegner, already down in this match. She's got a comfortable lead, but still plenty of pins out there for the others to catch up. No benefit necessarily to being the #1 seed. We saw that last year. Bernice Lynn bowled very well all week, led the way, and lost to Wegner, the #4 seed, in the semifinals. So previously when it was a stepladder, different story. But now with the shootout, the goal is just to get in the top 4. And hope that things go your way. Big difference too last year. Finals held in an arena setting on specially constructed lanes in a basketball venue upstairs in the sports complex. This year, however, the finals will take place in this facility, Bowl 300, Bowl 300. It'll be on lanes 19 and 20. So that pair not being used here for match play. They did use it throughout the week. And that will be the official TV pair for both sets of semifinals and finals.
Tu vois, regarde ma première partie, quand on a commencé là, elle fait 192, là derrière elle fait 300. Rien de régulier quoi. C'est pas régulier du tout, c'est n'importe quoi. C'est n'importe quoi.
Pourquoi tu peux faire 110 coups d'écart?
Non mais oui, ouais, j'ai déjà vu.
Morig now with an open frame. That match difference of 6 pins. Down on 21 and 22. McCarthy bowling very well against CT Rahman, finally able to string some strikes. McCarthy leads by 20 in that match. Chris Lynn Tabora down on 25 and 26. Trying to hold off Orozco. And Restrepo in control against Tempter. Yenny still can't get anything going here. Seven-pin difference in the men's match. And Yenny finds herself down at 22 as we get to the latter portion of Game 5. Morrig able to double up, increase his lead. Maggie scratching his head. Unable to get anything going. One strike here in this match. Becca Whiting. Clean through 8. Max score for her 235. Yenny getting pretty much into a must strike situation. Just not her game. 7 won't go. 201 max score for her. Not out of it by any means. So 2 frames left for Whiting. And might be a little closer to over now. A mental mistake there for Wagner. She said getting mad really tends to affect her, and not in a good way. So at this level, no excuse. Whiting unable to take advantage. She needs every pin she can get. Rebecca in 5th place. 100 pins out. Max score now for Wagner, 190. Whiting can get to 215. Oh, score correction, missed that one. He's looking the other direction. So now we have ourselves a match again. Yenny delivers first one of the 10th. 190 for her. Whiting will need a mark and count to escape with the victory. Things have changed in a minute. over on the men's match. Another open frame by Morig. That's Maggie in the door. Despite just one strike this game, he is clean. Maggie working on 6 consecutive spares. Strike here, he'll be down 3 pins. Rebecca Whiting on her way to ending this one with Wegner. Yeah, he can't get the 10 to go, so bonus pins to Rebecca. And he'll close it out and move on. There's 3-pin difference in our men's match. Ruiz going to easily defeat Rodriguez this game. Rodriguez leading as of this moment. Moaz going to defeat Ray Teese. So now Moaz can go back into the lead. So it's been a seesaw of a day. Who will be the last man standing? So Morig goes in the 10th frame first. 7 count, doesn't lose any count, still leads by 3. Opportunity here for Maggie to steal this one. Clean all game, double here, he takes control. And he knows it, and he does it. So now best Morig can do. 194. And for Maggie. 211 is his max.
Ma petite Philippine, elle lui niquait un petit peu la colombienne là.
Non mais il y a des choses.
Très bien moi.
Voilà, tout peut se passer avec les heureusement qu'elle est tombée là derrière.
Elle aurait pas.
Elle aurait fermé. Un petit coup de genou comme son père là.
right, victory for Mets. Maggie over Oliver Morg. We've got our next match underway already. Here for the ladies. We'll change our number from 5 to 6. It is going to be Crisalyn Tabora taking on Rocio Restrepo. We'll have our men's match underway in just one moment, folks. Thanks for tuning in. You are watching the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup here at Bowl 300 Hermosillo, Mexico. My name is Matt Canizar, and we're here for wire-to-wire coverage of this week's event. Thank you for being here. Game number 6 coming right up.
Est-ce que ça a été mis à jour ça? Si voilà son.
Moi je suis fermée, j'applaudis pour les deux. C'est juste l'intensité d'applaudissement qui est différente. Oh les bonnes, les bonnes.
C'est bien parce qu'elle nous montre des beaux matchs. C'est qui derrière le Norvégien? Le Norvégien, l'USA, où ils sont recul. Où ils sont recul. Le Malaisien, il est tranquille. Il a repris la tête.
Game 6 for the men now underway. It is Jacob Butchef of the United States taking on Ahmad Moaz of Malaysia. Other matches on the men's side, Tees Janssen, Maggie Rodriguez, and Louise Morig. For the ladies, we have Timter Orozco, Wegner Rahman, and McCarthy taking on Rebecca Whiting down on the far side. Right, let's take a look and see if we have some standings available now after 5 games of match play. Seems to be some confusion in the chat room about the AMF significance in this event. Folks, you're watching the QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup, started by AMF in 1965, run annually for 53 years. So it is their event, showcasing all of their latest and greatest equipment. and scoring systems and the like. So without QubicaAMF, there would not be QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup. Just wanted to clear that up. And let's now get back to our standings. After 37 games on the women's side, Jenny Wegner still leads by nearly 200. Her total is 84-17. Rocio Restrepo is second at 82-20. Griselin Tabora is third at 81-96. So if Tabora can defeat Restrepo here, they could swap places in the standings. CT Raman now pretty far back at 80-61. So she is 135 pins behind third place. Erin McCarthy of the United States, 55 pins out of the cut. Rebecca Whiting, 95 out. Timter and Orozco, 210 and 232 respectively. So Timter and Orozco running out of time and room here with only 3 games remaining. And the number 1 seed is Wegner's to give up. How about that spare shooting by Moaz on lane 16? He is trying to guarantee himself a spot on the show as well. He is back at the top of the standings. He leads Oscar Rodriguez by 21 pins. Ahmad Moaz leading at 82-40. Rodriguez 82-19. Eldemaro Ruiz is close behind, 82-06. And then we'll drop off Mats Maggie fourth at 81-25. Janssen of Norway is 43 out. Butcher 48 out. Morig 71 and Teese falling behind at 220 out. Jacob Butcher will make up those 50 pins. Can do it right here. Can help out the rest of the crew by taking down the tournament leader in this 6th game of match play. Restrepo working on 3 in a row. She's down 10 after 3 frames. After 5 frames. Restrepo looking for 4 in a row, the light mixer. And Restrepo fist pump. Boaz with another open frame, not liking lane 15. Not particularly liking lane 16 either. Converted the split. Tabora cannot get her 3rd strike in a row. This match between Whiting and McCarthy. Whiting will have a double going into the 10th. She can get to 226. Best McCarthy can do is 217. Bunch of his string ends at 4. He's in control. Spares at this point not going to get the job done. Restrepo in control. men's side, any one of the three players at the top of the standings can end up as the leader after this game. Butchef tomahawks the 7. Ruiz down on 3 and 4. Has the front 4. Both Moaz and Rodriguez struggling, so Ruiz can see himself go from out of the top 8 to the top spot in just a few games. Moaz getting lined up here, middle of game 6. This pair's been a little tough for the right-handers, a little tricky. Butchef bowled well here last time. 270 going to the 10th, split. Ended up at 245 and now in the same position this time around. After the conclusion of our 8 games of match play, we'll know the 4 players for the semifinals on the women's side and the men's side. Butchef has a few words for that 10 pin. Sure, all of them G-rated. Family TV here. Now Restrepo trying to chase down Wegner, or at least pull away from 3rd place. For 6 in a row here on lane 18. One more for Hermosillo. Moaz now. High flush for the 3-bagger. Put some pressure on Butchef now to deliver late in the game. Rahman, great control against Wegner. Difference there though, 197 pins. A little bit of room for Yenny. CT though, only 55 pins ahead of McCarthy, so needing to stay strong. She is stringing strikes 4 in a row against Wegner. Rama can shoot 256. Best Yenny can do 227. Butchef now in some trouble. He was in control. Things turned quickly. Tamora carried not on her side this game. All right, so the tides have turned in the Butchiff-Moaz match. Jacob can get to 226 and 235 possible for Ahmad Moaz. Strepo going to claim this one. Moaz goes high, lucky to only leave the 610. Good question by Sean in the chat room. Why did Jacob choose to bowl the World Cup over the World Series? Very simple. It's patriotism, essentially. Jacob new to the Team USA program, just a youngster. But even at 23, you never know how many chances you'll have to represent your country. The players, and I can understand, having been to the events, describing winning the gold medal, hearing the national anthem, all the cliche things, 100% true. So Jacob earned his spot here at the World Cup by winning the Team USA trials. Next year there's going to be a World Series. There have been 7 before this. There may or may not be another opportunity for Jacob to bowl at the World Cup. Very prestigious title, 50 years of history. I don't even think there was ever a decision. I think it was a done deal. The minute that he won team trials, he knew that he was going to bowl this event. And if the World Series schedule didn't work, and it didn't, it would be okay. He'll be back. He just had a great U.S. Open. There's other events coming up, the Masters, so plenty of other opportunities. He's still young for the PBA. But you never know when it'll be your only or next chance, whatever, to represent your country. And later this month, he'll make his World Championships debut. So a whirlwind year. Just trying to take advantage, I think, of all those opportunities. And I can imagine no feeling better, especially individually, than winning a World Championship event. And much of that not speculation. I did ask Jacob that, knowing that he was going to miss the World Series, but he described it the same way. There's no words to describe the feeling of bowling with the USA on your back, and he's doing that right now, trying to close out this match. Goes high again. He can get to 216. He's good. Best Moaz can do is 213. So Jacob escaped trouble, but lost a few pins there along the way. He'll get the bonus pins, but it's going to take more than spares and more than bonus pins to get where he needs to go right now. Our women's match, 248 for Hermosillo, 227 for Tabora. So we've got our final game of the regular round robin schedule coming up. That'll be followed by a position round. So stay tuned for game 7. Then we'll shuffle things up and have game 8 coming at you in just a few minutes. So updated standings are right around the corner as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Tell your friends it's winding down. We're very close to knowing our semifinalists here at the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup. This is Matt Canizaro. We'll be right back to Bowl 300. 2 more games to go. Stay tuned.
Américaine suédoise. C'est joli ça. Américaine suédoise.
alors.
Allez,
J'ai entendu que t'étais irrégulière, c'est ça?
Elle va pas avoir la belle-mère.
Non, elle va avoir la belle-mère.
Que la belle-mère. Tellement, on est vraiment mauvais, hein. On est vraiment mauvais quand même. Moi non.
Oui, mais
Ah, c'est ça le...
Attends, je veux la voir rater la belle-mère.
135.
Comprendre que la belle-mère. Ah, il faut énerver. Attends. Eh ouais. Ah, il est en bout. Elle l'a bouffé la belle-mère. Elle l'a bouffé la belle-mère.
135 du gars. Elle est toujours à la porte, hein. Putain. Attends. Mais du coup, là, il joue 4-5. 4-5. Aïe, 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 aïe. Elle joue 4-5. Raté 60.
Elle rentre déjà.
Oui, 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 oui. T'en perds. T'en perds. Je pense à lui.
30 pieds, ça c'est sûr. On fait 30 déjà et après c'est la différence. Les 30 sur 130. On ferme.
All right, ready to roll on both of our matches here on our featured pairs on 17 and 18 for the ladies. A messy start for both players. Rebecca Whiting of Australia and CT Rahman of Malaysia. CT, 2 splits for open frames here. Double in the middle. But she only finds herself down 5 pins after 4 frames. On the men's side, Ruiz and Mats Maggie of Belgium. So we'll get the updated standings here in just a moment. Other matches on the ladies' side, it is USA versus Sweden, McCarthy and Wegner. Colombia and Mexico, Restrepo, Orozco, and Tabora of the Philippines, and Timter of Germany. For the men, Oscar Rodriguez taking on Oliver Morig, Ray Cheese and Jacob Buttroff. And on the far side, it is Janssen and Moas doing their thing down on 3 and 4. There's game 7 updated on your screen. In case you were wondering, after this position round,
Moi, je ferme. Moi, je sais pas elle, mais moi, je ferme.
38 game standings now.
Non, mais ça,
Jenny Wegner cruising 86-30. She's up by 132 pins still. Restrepo had a big game. We saw that here on BowlTV. She is second at 84.98. Tabora, 84.23. And CT Rahman, 83.36. Huge difference between 4th and 5th. 135 pins back for Whiting, 139 for McCarthy, and then 239 for Timter, 326 for Orozco. it's shaping up with 2 games to go. Like we know our top 4. Not want to count Whiting or McCarthy out just yet. Still plenty of strikes to be thrown. But it's leaning toward our top 4 being in pretty good shape. On the men's side, however, we have a new leader by 30 pins. Ildemaro Ruiz Jr. He's at 84.82. Ahmad Moaz at 84.52. Oscar Rodriguez, 84.14. Torin Johnson, 83.56. Jacob Butchoff, 83.23. 33 back. Matt Maggie, 36 back. Oliver Morrig, 82 back. And Teese, 257 back. So on the men's side, still all 7 of the 8 players with a chance to get in. But Ruiz, really the story of the day. Went into the last game out of the top 8. Shoots 289. Climbs to 5th. Comes out in match play, 225, 257, 220, 241, 210, 246. And he is 5-1. And leading the way here at the World Cup at Bowl 300. McCarthy and Jenny Wegner doing battle to our right. Ruiz breaking up the split into a smaller split. Leaves 310. Trying to hang on to the top spot, going into the position round. Whiting finds herself down 7 now after a pair of opens in the middle of this match with CT Rahman. Rebecca 130 plus out of the cut right now. Maggie unable to capitalize on the opportunity. So finds himself down 2 pins and looking at a way bigger split. Ruiz converts. Here's Rahman trying to double up and extend her lead. Leads by 7. And she trips the 4. Whiting must answer. Nice work, Matt's Maggie. Gets the 2 out of the bag, takes out the 10. Keeps himself 2 pins down. And Whiting answers as well. So things getting loud in here. All the folks off of work now here in Mexico. Starting their weekend right at the World Cup at Bowl 300. Bowl 300. Wegner and McCarthy. Good match there. Aaron needs every bit of it to keep her hopes alive. Aaron working on a 4-bagger. Just going into the 8th frame. Max score for her, 270. Jenny, 248 max. Rebecca Whiting falters first. Falls farther behind.
Si elle continue comme ça.
Ça y est, elle a perdu. C'est sûr qu'elle a perdu. 120, 248. Ah oui, oui, c'est sûr qu'elle a perdu. 70, 180, c'est pas encore sûr. Mais...
C'est sûr, mais c'est pas encore sûr.
Ah, mais elle va aligner là, l'US. Elle va aligner. Boum.
All right, cool things happening all around us here at the World Cup Bowl 300. Erin McCarthy trying to keep hope alive. She has struck into the 9th frame. 270 still possible. 100 pins would be awesome for her right now. She's 139 out. Hermosillo plugging along, leading by 20 against Orozco. Tabor bowling well against Timter. On the men's side, nice match on 3 and 4 between Janssen and Moaz. Janssen had the front 6, 8 count in the 7th. Moaz spare 4-bagger, so those guys essentially even now. Jacob Butchuff, spare 6-bagger against Teese before a 7 count. He's in control in that match. Leads by almost 30 after 8. Butchuff also needing to do a little bit of work. However, Oscar Rodriguez struggling in his match against Morig. So trouble happening for Rodriguez. Jacob 90 behind Rodriguez. That's his hope right now. Maggie not bowling particularly well. Right. We've got drama. .223. Nice finish there for CT Raman. String of strikes to take down Whiting. And probably going to do it for Rebecca. Put CT in a good position. Rebecca was 5th, 135 out. So that finish and those bonus pins crucial for Raman, trying to hold off McCarthy, who is making a late charge. Wagner struggling. She's not going to get the bonus pins against Erin. Tabora will be in the 230s with one more strike. She's going to win. So that will solidify her place with the game to go, the position round. Moaz now struggling and going to lose to Janssen. Johnson already in the top 4. And going to go around Rodriguez for sure. If you're looking for results, there's a link in the information box right below your video window. It says follow the score standings and other details. That'll take you straight to the QubicaAMF homepage. A lot of great stuff there. And nice break there for Maggie on lane 16. McCarthy is going to be in the 240s. Scratch that. She is going to shoot 270. Butchuff is in the 240s. He is going to win. Squeaked out a win against Teese. Much needed. McCarthy 270 and 30 bonus pins. Butchuff Butchuff 246 and 30 bonus pins, so in our men's match now. Louise catching fire here. Clean through 7, working on a 4-bagger. He's your tournament leader.
Que des strikes. T'as pas quand ici là il nous a fait attendre pour essayer. Puis il a fini un peu après le chiffon là. Ok derrière boum 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 boum.
Mais les 3 premiers lancers il n'arrivait pas.
All right, Ruiz gives Maggie an opportunity. Bill tomorrow, best he can do here. 247. Maggie can get to 235, so he'll need a little bit of help. If he can throw all three in the 10th here, that will force Ruiz to strike. And Maggie unable to deliver. Advantage Ruiz. He will, barring disaster here, come ahead. Extend his lead overall.
Là, chez les hommes, peut-être pas. Comme ça passe,
Ladies and gentlemen, position round to follow, so please remain in the clearance area. And for the benefit of our spectators, the position round will be as follows: pair 1 for the ladies, 1 and 2.
All right, Ruiz finishes things off 247, and the victory against Maggie. Now we're going to shuffle things up and get the position round ready. So that'll take just a minute. We appreciate your patience. My name is Matt Canizaro. We'll be here for one more game. Position round coming up, and we'll know our semifinalists.
Position 7 and 8 on lanes 3 and 4.
You're watching coverage of the 2017 QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup. Things winding down.
Le Colombien va peut-être se faire sortir. Oh là là là, tous ils peuvent sortir. Enfin, il y en a un qui peut sortir. Ouais. Parce que le Belge, lui, à mon avis, ça y est, il est out. C'est l'Américain qui peut piquer la place d'un des mecs de Et là, lui, il va jouer contre le Belge. Lui aussi, il va jouer contre le Belge. Il y a des deux qui est mort devant.
Just remind you the top four, we will refer the top four immediately after bowling for a photograph of the top four players. Thank you.
Ah mais oui, parce que c'est 1 contre 8, 2 contre 7 et 6, c'est ça? Ah, ils vont faire ça? Parce que si la première elle fait 30 et que la deuxième elle fait 30, c'est mieux. Mais t'as aussi, ouais.
Il a gagné 5 matchs sur 6 matchs sur 7.
Il a perdu le dernier?
Non, il a gagné aussi.
Ah mais oui, c'était déjà le 6e, le 7e. Je suis en train de jouer avec le chien. Là, le chien il est rentré dans la... Ça y est, il est devenu social.
So just a position round to go in the ladies section. In first place is Sweden, second Colombia, third place Philippines, in fourth place at the present time Malaysia. Number 5 is USA, 6th Australia, 7th is Germany, and in 8th place is Mexico. And the men's, in first place with 1 game to go is Venezuela, second is Malaysia, third is Colombia, and fourth is Norway. Fifth is USA, sixth is Belgium, seventh Germany, and the 8th place is England. So once your hands appear to be on my monitors, bowlers, you may continue your position round. Good luck.
Balancer le IP, il reste normal. Enfin,
All right, position round underway. We've got the 1-2 match here on 17-18 for the women. That is Jenny Wegner and Rocio Restrepo. Take a look at the standings and see how things are looking. We'll see if we need to even get the calculator out for this. Wegner leading her score 88-18. Restrepo 87-29. So Hermosillo down 89. Hermosillo's down 89. Chrysalin Tabora is at 86.60. Fourth place, CT Raman, 85.89. And outside of the number, Aaron McCarthy is 92 back. Rebecca Whiting, 206. Timter, 284. Orozco, 419. So McCarthy, I think, the only one mathematically with an outside chance. So let's see how things are defined on the men's side. And Ildemaro Ruiz leading by 103 pins over Ahmad Muaz. Ruiz is at 87.59. Muaz at 86.56. Rodriguez at 86.42, so very close there. Janssen at 86.34. Butchuff is 35 back at 85.99. And Maggie is 101 back at 85.33. So we'll keep an eye on things. Be some shake up between the 2 and the 3, but again, the goal right now is to make the top 4. Make the top 4, get in the shootout. And then see what happens. Last year, Wegner was the number 4 seed, snuck in there, defeated number 1 Bernice Lim, and then defeated Daniel McEwen to win the World Cup. Hermosillo again down 89 pins to Wegner. And he hasn't bowled particularly well in match play, but had a nice cushion and a few big wins. So Hermosillo looking at the scoreboard now. Not sure if you can see that on camera. You can. She starts with 3 in a row, so now she's thinking, can I get to number 1? But in a much cooler accent, I'm sure. Aaron McCarthy. A few pairs to our right, however, Rebecca Whiting. Bowling very well here. 200 pins out. Going to be short, I'm sure. Whiting has the front 6. So we'll add her to the list just for the math's sake. Hermosillo clapping for her teammate and side for El Demaro. This is it. One game position round. After this, we'll know our semifinalists. Great shot there by Moaz. Again, just to make the top 4. 1 and 4 will face off in the semifinals. 2 and 3 will go at it. The 2 winners will bowl each other for the World Cup title. Rebecca Whiting trying to add a little excitement to the conclusion of this year's event for her. Came up short last year as well. Bowled very well. No doubt she'll be back. Jacob Butchoff with 4 out of 5 against Mats Maggie. Jacob ahead in the standings of the Belgian player. But 35 pins out of the cut right now. Behind Janssen. Rebecca Whiting still striking, front 8. Hermosillo looking to stay perfect as well. She can't get the 4 to go. Janssen for Norway. Leading in his match. But not bowling well. So Butchoff with an opportunity. Both players win. He'll need to beat Janssen, scratch by 36 pins. And Rebecca Whiting with the front 8 against Erin McCarthy. Nothing Erin can do at this point. Rebecca now up, trying to make it 9 in a row. We saw her bowl 299 at the World Championships a couple of years ago. She rings a 10 pin here, though, on the 9th shot. But laughing that one off, in control in this match. But really, what she did is end McCarthy's run at a miracle as well. So a little bit of excitement there for the Australians, and some disappointment, I'm sure, for both players making it this far once again and coming up short of the semifinals. Jacob Butchoff still striking, 6 out of 7 at a 7 count in the 4th frame. Here in our featured pair, Moaz in control. Really a matter of he's got the carry on his side this game. He leads by 20 at the halfway point. Restrepo trying to make up an 89 pin deficit, back-to-back single pins. Should she win, she'll still need to win the game by 60 pins. So that's a pretty tall task, especially the way things are unfolding. Oscar Rodriguez stringing some strikes now against Janssen. So a possibility here. Butchoff goes around Janssen, sneaks in, and grabs the 4 seed for semifinals. C.T. Rahman and Kristalyn Tabora bowling each other. And more than likely, they'll still be 3 and 4 seeds. Just potentially could flip-flop depending on the outcome of this match. All right, let's check in on the low side now. We'll see what we can see. 7 and 8, Butchev. Looks like he's up in the 9th frame now. Still 277 max score. Didn't like that one. Seems like he got a break and rolled the 3. So good things happening for Jacob Butchev here in the final game. He's gonna need a little help now from Rodriguez and Janssen. Moaz continuing to strike. The difference there. Let's do the math. 103. McCarthy 216, and she'll get the loss. Becca Whiting. Waiting for a score. Becca Whiting 269. Right. Hermosillo carry going away here. She's trying to sneak around Jenny Wegner. Butchev continuing to strike against Mats Maggie. Hermosillo up 39 against Wegner. Gonna need to pile on a couple more. Jacob, you can see it, he knows it. Smiling, he got enough. 187 for Janssen. And the loss. Butchev 277 in the final game. Position round win for Butchev. Moaz still striking against Ruiz. And Rodriguez picks up the win. Shoots 231. And Jacob looks like he has gone around Rodriguez as well. So unofficially, Jacob up to number 3 from outside the number. We'll confirm all that shortly. Rahman falls 269, 237. So Tabora top 4. Nobody jumping in on the women's side. But Jacob, holy moly, 277 and the victory. Moaz and Ruiz. Again, the difference there was 103. So Moaz can shoot 278. And Ruiz 218. Moaz piling on one more. So the top 4 on the women's side. A lock. We will see Jenny Wegner, Rocio Restrepo, Krista Lynn Tabora, and CT Rahman. And on the men's side, unofficially, Moaz, Ruiz, Butcheff, and Rodriguez. Moaz, one more in the 10th there. Doing everything he can here. So he's a lock. What an effort here in the final game. It's not going to be enough. .40 game totals about to roll in officially. Our final 2 matches happen to be the 2 on our TV pairs. Ruiz, one more for good measure. He is going to be your number 1 seed. .275 and the victory. But Ruiz just did too much today during match play. Almost didn't make the top 8. Had the front 10 at 289. .289, the final game of the round of 24. Went from out of the cut to 5th place and then took control here. Max score here for Rocio, 231. The best Jenny can do, 197. So that would not be enough for Rocio to catch up. 207 for Ruiz. So unofficially by 5 pins, Ruiz 89-66, Moaz 89-61. Those are your 1-2. Unofficially number 3, Jacob Butcheff and number 4, Oscar Rodriguez of Colombia. That would mean it will be Rodriguez and Ruiz in the opening semifinal, and then Moaz and Butchef in semifinal number 2. 2 winners will meet for the title. It's all unofficial until we see the standings. Hermosillo looking to close things out strong. What a day, folks. We've had excitement, heartbreak. We saw Ruiz go from out of the cut to now the number 1 seed. We saw Arturo Estrada split on his final fill ball of the event to miss the cut by 3 pins in his home country. And Jacob Butchef now 277 in the position round to find himself on the show. You know, we're waiting out the official standings. We'll give you the rundown, and then it's time to sign off and do some work. Get reset for tomorrow's finals. That'll be at 2:30 Eastern. 12:30 here in Mexico. 2:30 Eastern, live on Channel 6 here in Mexico, and of course, live on BowlTV. Waiting 40 game totals to roll in. Hermosillo and Wegner will close it out. That ended up awfully close as well, considering how well Yenny had bowled all week long. Make sure we got the math right. Best Hermosillo could do 89.90. Okay, and Wegner over 9,000. So that is going to be it. Hermosillo on the show will be the number 2 seed. She shoots 229. And Wegner finishes with 186. And she's over 9,000 for the week. So, see if the standings are updated. We'll get the report here. Waiting patiently now. Unofficially on the women's side, Wegner number 1. She will face CT Rahman in the opening match. Second match will be Rocio Restrepo and Crisalyn Tabora. Winners will meet for the World Cup.
So you want to be in the bowling center before 12 o'clock. That's where spectators, bowlers need to be here by 11 a.m. in the morning. You require the top 4 men now and the top 4 ladies. You will make your way to the reception desk as soon as you are finished putting away your equipment. Thank you.
All right, we are patiently waiting for the final numbers here, the official numbers. We've got the Matt Canizar unofficial numbers, and here we go on the men's side. As noted, number 1 by 5 pins, 89.66. Ildemar Ruiz Jr., 89.66. Second place, Ahmad Moaz of Malaysia, 89.61. In third place, Jacob Butchef of the United States, 89.06. 3 pins ahead of Oscar Rodriguez, 89.03. Janssen finishes 82 pins back, Maggie 173, Morig 230, and Teese 300 back in 8th place. So, first match, Ruiz Rodriguez. Second match will be Moaz and Butchef. Winners will meet for the World Cup on the men's side, but the ladies will have the floor first. Wegner, Restrepo, Tabora, and Rahman. First match, Wegner and Rahman. Then Restrepo and Tabora will do their thing. Winners will meet for the World Cup, folks. What a day. I'm going to go get some additional details and a couple of photos, and we'll be back with you tomorrow for the finals. Lanes 19 and 20 here at Bowl 300 in Hermosillo, Mexico. what a day. Semifinalists are determined. 2:30 Eastern, 12:30 local time tomorrow. Semifinals, ladies first, then the men. 2.5 hours on live TV, and you can see that all live here on BowlTV as well. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate the discussion, the thanks, the thumbs up, all of the support. So do the players, and we look forward to seeing you here tomorrow, folks. That's the news for now. We'll see you on the lanes.